Hello everybody, and welcome to Management 2000, the Career Development Workshop online edition. My name is Chris Agins. I'm the Career Development and Internship Specialist here in the College of Business, and I will be your instructor for this course. What I want to do today is just go over the syllabus briefly so that you know how this is going to work, what's expected of you, a little bit about the course, and then I want to talk with you about some resources that are available to you as Belmont students and even as Belmont alums that will help you in your job search. So just to kind of start things off here, you can see my name and contact information at the top. There's my phone number, office phone number there, and my email address. I will say something about that. So if you have questions for me about the course or anything, job search, and you want to reach me directly, go ahead and email me there at chris.agins@belmont.edu. If you are submitting an assignment for the course, like your resumes and your interview questions and things like that, I actually want you to email them to cdcgradassistant@gmail.com, not directly to me. These will go to Monica, who is a graduate assistant that works in our office that is helping me with this course to track assignments, and she'll send out reminders to you via email and some different things like that to help keep everybody on track. So watch for emails from her as well. You'll see the dates that we will be meeting listed here, and I'll talk a little bit more about those later on in the syllabus. And then my office hours, I'm a full-time staff member, so I'm here typically from 8:30 to 5, but I put 9 to 4 to kind of be safe. But if you want to make sure that I'm here, if you're going to come by or want to meet or anything like that, give me a call or send me an email also so that we can set up an appointment so I can make sure of that. There is a book that you'll need to buy for this course. It's called The Job Coach for Young Professionals, and it's a workbook. It's about $20, I think. It's relatively inexpensive. You can get it at the university bookstore. You can also get it online. You will need it for one of the assignments, so make sure that you get it. And there's also a lot of good information in there that we will not even have a chance to touch on in this class, on informational interviewing and different things like that. And so that's going to be a good book for you to hold on to even down the road as you're applying for jobs, and hopefully you'll find some very beneficial things in there. There will be other information and materials, articles that I'll post on Blackboard, so keep an eye on that for other things, and those are listed here in the syllabus as well. Just a little bit about the course. So it's a career development workshop. It's 0 credit hour. I know that it's a graduation requirement that you all have to attend this, and so I really try to make this something that is beneficial to you. Something that at the end you walk away saying, I'm glad I had to take that course. I found it very practical, very beneficial. So on that note, I'm going to ask you, and I'll talk about this in a minute, on the discussion board to talk about things that you would like to learn, that you'd like to talk more about, to feel better prepared for your job search and walk away feeling that this was a good use of your time. So I want that feedback from you. So anything like that you can share with me would be great, and I will be able to tailor the lectures around that feedback. The objectives is for you to, feel more comfortable and confident submitting your resume and going into interviews for both internships and full-time employment. Hopefully by the end of the course you will have a better understanding of the career development and job search process. You'll have developed successful skills in interviewing for employment, and you will have developed skills in writing effective resumes and cover letters. You do need to be at least of sophomore standing to be taking this course, so you need to have completed at this point at least 30 credit hours. And then you can read the mission statement and the student outcomes, learning outcomes for the Massey College of Business there on your own. The course structure, it is going to be entirely through Blackboard, so you are going to need to check it on a regular basis. And I've got a page in this syllabus with all the due dates and things like that for you to keep up with and make sure you've done everything. And again, I'll talk a little bit more later on about how that's going to work. There are going to be 4 required lectures that you will need to view. This is the first one, so there's 3 more after this. You will need to watch those lectures. You will need to answer a 5-question quiz that will be in Blackboard about what you've just watched, and you will need to get at least 4 out of 5 of those correct in order to be counted as having attended the session. And then you'll also need to complete the assignment after the session that goes along with what we talked about. That's what I'm going to jump into now, are those prepared assignments. So the first one, which is due 2 weeks from today, on June 17th by noon, I want you to have watched this lecture, to have answered the quiz questions following it, and then to have posted on the discussion board the following things: your name, your classification, your degree emphasis, so what is it within the College of Business that you're studying. If you have any idea of what you think you might want to do after graduation, what industry you want to work in, or what particular profession that you want to have, please let me know that. That's just helpful for me as I'm constantly looking at job postings and as I'm talking to employers and seeing different opportunities to help connect you with opportunities that may be of interest to you. I also, as I alluded to earlier, want to know what questions, fears, etc. you have about the job search and what you'd like to learn from this course. So I want you to post those things in the discussion as well as a professional photo of yourself that is either currently your LinkedIn profile photo or one that you would use if you had a LinkedIn account. There are certain things that should and should not be included in those photos, so I want to look at those and give you feedback on those as well. After that, the targeted resume and cover letter is going to be due on July 1st by noon, and I'll talk about how you do that. And then the interview prep packet and video interview will be due July 15th by noon. And then the keynote presentation that you'll need to view, you will just need to have watched it and completed the quiz questions by July 29th. And there's also, again, as I mentioned, the quiz questions after the resume and cover letter video and the interview video. And so that quiz is also going to be due by July 1st for the resumes, July 15th for the interviews. This is a pass-fail course. So basically what that means is that you do the work, you do it right, you pass. You don't do the work, you do it poorly, and you fail. It's really all or nothing, and it's a lot like the job search is. You put the work in beforehand, you do everything you need to do, you come prepared, and you get the job, aka you pass, as opposed to not doing the work or not doing the proper preparation and not getting the job. One thing I will tell you about this format too is that it's not going to be enough just to get a B or a C on a paper or on an assignment and take that and say, okay, that's passing, that's good enough, because that's not good enough in the job search. So what I'm going to do, particularly with your resume and cover letters, is I'm going to look at those. I'm going to give you feedback. I'm going to ask you to make the changes and resubmit it to me. And we're going to go back and forth like that until it is pretty much perfect. So the moral of this story is to do your best job on it the first time that you submit it, because that'll be more productive, more efficient for both you and me, rather than having to go back and forth and continue doing and redoing and regrading stuff and things like that. So you can see what else is going to be included: completing and approving the targeted resume and cover letter, completing and approving the interview prep packet and video interview, and viewing of the 3 class presentations and the 1 keynote speaker presentation. You will need to complete all of these things in order to pass the course. You can read the university policies, accommodation of disabilities, the honor code, course evaluation information on your own, and then on the back page here is a class schedule. So here is what I really want you to pay attention to and make sure that you understand. So June 3rd, that is today, this is available. Now you need to have watched this and completed the 5-question quiz and posted on the discussion board by June 17th. Also on June 17th, I will make the resume and cover letter video available. You will need to watch that. You'll need to answer the quiz questions. You'll need to read the Art of Job Search Letters article, which is posted in Blackboard. You'll need to read the pages in your Job Coach workbook that are listed here. And then you will need to submit to me, actually to Monica, to give to me, a copy of your resume and cover letter based on the information that was presented in the resume workshop by July 1st is when all of those things need to be done. Then on July 1st, I will make the next lecture available, and that one is on interviewing, and you will have 2 weeks to complete that one. And so by July 15th, you'll need to have watched the interviewing workshop, answered the 5 quiz questions on that, have read these pages in the Job Coach workbook, read the article Secrets to Interview Success that's posted in Blackboard, and completed the online video interview and completed the interview prep packet questions. More specifics on how to complete that assignment are posted in Blackboard, so you'll find that after July 1st as well. And then the last thing that you'll need to do, which will be available July 15th when your interview assignment is due, is to watch a special keynote presentation that's on personal branding. And there's no assignment along with that other than answering the 5 questions that are in Blackboard about that presentation. That's all I have in regards to the course requirements. Please email me or give me a call and let me know if there's anything you have questions about, anything that you're unclear about, anything that you're trying to do and not able to do through Blackboard, so that we can make sure that we are all on the same page. The other thing I want to transition over to now is just talk to you a little bit about some resources that are available to you as Belmont students and even as Belmont alums pertaining to your internship and job search. I talk to a lot of seniors or even alums. Seniors say, oh, I wish I had known about these things that were available to me sooner. Alums that say, I wish they had had these kinds of resources when I was in school. That would have been super helpful for me. So I want to take the opportunity now with you to talk a little bit about some of those things so that you are aware of those. So if you go to the website www.belmont.edu/career development, that will take you to this page right here. There are so many resources available on this page that you're likely not aware of. I'm not even going to have a chance to hit on half of them, but I will try to point out some of the ones that I think you will find most beneficial and that you'll use most often. I'm going to skip around a little bit on this page. The first one I'm going to point out is the Career Connector page here. Hopefully many of you are already familiar with this site. If not, please click here, set up your profile, and really get familiar with it. This is where we post all of our job postings. So anytime an employer comes to us and says, we want to make this position available to your students, this is where you will go to find that opportunity, because that's where we post all these. Sometimes people will email me and say, hey Chris, do you know of any positions available in marketing or in finance or whatever? And I will go right in here and I will do a search, because everything that I know of, that I'm aware of, is posted in here. We only keep jobs in here posted for about 30 days, so we keep them all up to date too, meaning there's not going to be a lot of positions in here that are not active or no longer available or anything like that. So to access this, you click Career Connector, and then you're going to enter your BUID number to get in, and then the password is going to be the last 4 digits of your BUID. So you'll do that, and then the first time you log in, you're actually going to need to create your profile. So there will be some questions that you will need to answer in order to have access to this. You can change your password and do anything like that you want to do at that time as well. Once you're in here, you can go to the Job Search tab. You can just see some positions that are available. You can go to Advanced Search, and you can search specifically by semester, specifically by paid or unpaid if you're looking for an internship. If you select College of Business Intern here, that's going to provide only the traditional business internships, and it's going to filter out a lot of the music business internships, which are posted in here, and there are a lot of those. You can search by the industry that you're interested in working in, by the city, state, by the category of what you might want to do, and do a very specific search. If you find something that you are possibly interested in, what you'll do is you will click on the job description, and it will show in the subject line whether it's paid or unpaid, and you can scroll down, you can read about that, you can see the contact information and how to apply. So whether you're emailing your resume to a particular address, or if you are submitting it through the website. In this case, you can do either one. You can email them directly there, or the other thing you can do, if you have a resume uploaded already, which I highly encourage you all to do, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute, there will be a button here that you can just hit Submit Resume, and it will automatically submit your resume to the employer, so it doesn't get much easier than that. In order to upload a resume, what you'll do is you'll go over here to my account, you'll go to My Documents, and then you'll upload it from here. One thing that it will ask you when you set up your profile is whether or not you want to release your resume to resume books, and whether you are willing to allow us to share your resume with an employer. I encourage you to select yes on both of those, because I often will have employers call or email me and ask me for the resumes of students that are studying marketing or studying finance, because they want to reach out to people about an opportunity that they have. But the only resumes that I can legally provide are the ones that the student has given me permission to release. So if you have questions about how to do that, let me know, but I would encourage you to allow us to send your resume on so that you can connect with more employers that way. The other thing I want to point out to you specifically on this site is under this Interview Schedules tab. If you go there and you click on View All Upcoming Interviews, obviously we don't have any right now because it's the summer and things are a lot slower, but during the school year there will be lists here of employers that are coming to campus and reserving a room, typically on the second floor of Massey, and interviewing students for positions that they have available. And you can find those and you can apply directly through this site as well. So that's a great opportunity and resource to be aware of on this site. If you go back to the career development page, another site that is great for the job search, if you're looking for job postings, is Career Shift. You will need a Belmont login to access this, so basically you have to enter your BUID, and then the first time that you log in, you'll need to create a username and password. After that, you will have access to this site. It's one of the best job search sites out there. Again, we pay for it. Belmont does, so it's free to you with your BUID. It's like a Monster.com or Indeed.com or something, but it's a lot more specific. You can search for more specific results, and you can save searches and do all kinds of things like that. I'll show you some of the cool things you can do in here. So if you click on the My Jobs tab, say you're looking for a marketing position, you can type marketing in. You can search any place in the country. So if you're looking for a position outside of Nashville, this is the site that I would recommend, because our Career Connector site has more of just jobs that are in Middle Tennessee, whereas you can search all over the country here. The difference in this and our Career Connector site too is that this is just searching the web for jobs that are posted that have the word marketing or whatever your keyword is in the title or in the description. So we may or may not have relationships with the people that have jobs posted in here, compared to Career Connector, where we have talked with pretty much everybody that has posted a job there. But definitely go ahead and check with us if you want to when you're applying for a job, and see if we have any connections, and we'll be glad to forward your resume along to anybody that is working at that company. So what you'll do is put the location in, and then you can search employer websites. It takes you directly to the source, so it will filter out any third party like Indeed or Monster websites like that. Take you directly to the company that's posting it. So for example. And we put marketing in. There's going to be a ton of these, 940 to be exact, positions with marketing in the description. So the first one here, social media communication specialist. What you can do is click on that, and it will take you to the Mars website. Again, that's the company that has the job open, and you can read about the position, and then it will tell you how to apply, typically, through their website. Another cool thing that you can do is click Find Contacts at this company, and it will show you the names of people that work there and email addresses, what their roles are. And so if you find somebody that maybe in marketing at that company, you can reach out to them that way. The other thing that you can do is take that name and post it over in LinkedIn. So let's go back. I'm going to try it. Find contacts at the Marriott here. Let's see. None of these look local necessarily. We'll try Bohan. Okay, so here's where you can see, Human Resources Manager for Bohan, Account and Events Manager for Bohan. There's the email address, the phone number. What you would do is take, a person's name that you might be interested in connecting with, and you can copy it and paste it over in LinkedIn. If you're not in LinkedIn, I would highly encourage you to set up a LinkedIn account. There's a lot of cool things you can do on this site that I will show you. But, back over here, you can get details about the contact. So you can see, Rich here is contact information, address, and then even where he's worked before, articles, things that he's published, a lot of information on this person. This is what they're talking about when they say do your research before you, apply and go into a company. Because if you go on an interview with this guy and you've read his articles and what he's talking about, that is going to impress him tremendously. So that's something to pay attention to. Do your research. You can also get just details about the company, as well as the individual contact. So you click here and you can read more about the company. You can read about key people in the company. You can read about their founding and get some history and background and different things like that. So a lot of cool things you can do in here. You can even, if you find jobs like that you might be interested in, like the marketing or whatever, you can save the search, and then you can get daily emails that tell you new positions that have been posted that fit your job criteria. So that's a little bit about Career Shift. I want to switch over and show you a couple of cool things about LinkedIn. So for those of you that are not familiar with it, it's kind of like a Facebook. It's got more of a professional purpose, a professional platform. You're not posting pictures of your, family or your holiday celebrations or your weekends or anything like that on here. It's more of sharing articles and information and for business networking purposes. I would say if there's anybody that you've ever met in a business networking setting and you guys have exchanged business cards, go ahead and take that card and add them on LinkedIn, because then they're going to be in your network. You can always go back and find those people, and it's a lot easier than flipping through hard copies of business cards. So you can scroll through the feed and you can see what different things people are talking about. Today is National Donut Day, so you've probably seen a lot of posts on that kind of thing. And then you see articles just about career success, and you'll see job postings and different things people are liking and viewing and that kind of thing. On your profile, you want to have a professional photo like that. You'll have your job title or who it is you are, what you're looking for. You'll have information about your employment history. You can get people to write recommendations for you. You can get people to endorse you for skills. You can put certifications that you've earned, classes you've taken, organizations you're a part of, volunteer opportunities. You can join different groups, all kinds of different things that you can do like that. So that's just kind of an overview of what that is about. I'm going to show you here one of the coolest things, in my opinion, about LinkedIn, and one of the best ways that you can utilize it. If you go to My Network here, and you go to Find Alumni, now if you have Belmont listed in your profile, then that's going to be the university that comes up automatically for you. So it will look like this. And then you can search for Belmont alums in any place in the country. You can see where they work, what they're doing. So let's say that we're going to search for Belmont alums in the Austin, Texas area. We're going to select Austin, and it's going to then show me where we have alums working at in Austin. And then we can also see what they're doing. So if I'm interested in Dell, it looks like we have 4 alums there. I can click Dell, and then I can see some of the things that they're doing. So if I want to find somebody that works in marketing at Dell, I'll highlight these 3 things, and then it'll take me to the bottom, and it will show me who that person is. And then I can see here who I might know that knows this person. In this case, it's Sarah Cates that works here at Belmont, so I could reach out to Sarah and say, hey, could you connect me with Jennifer, who works at Dell in the marketing department at Dell in Austin, Texas. And then you can reach out to Jennifer and say, hey, I'm a fellow Belmont alum. I'm about to graduate from Belmont. I'm looking to move to that area. Could you help me make some connections? Could I buy you a cup of coffee when I'm in town? That kind of a thing. So that's a great way to find people, and even just to see what companies are big players in a particular industry. Say you want to go to Austin, you want to work in marketing, you don't necessarily know where you want to do that at. You can click here and see where some of our alums have gone to work there. And then you can see all of the Belmont alums that live in Austin that are working in marketing. Something else that you can do, in addition to finding alumni, is you can utilize the jobs page. And if you click here, it will show you jobs that may be of interest to you based on your experience that you have listed, based on contacts, people that you know. So you could type in here marketing, and you could search Nashville, search wherever you want, and it's going to show you some positions that might be a good fit for you and contacts that you have at those places. And so the LinkedIn job board, a lot of companies are posting on here, and this is a great place for you to be looking. Just kind of a side note, something else you can do is that there are LinkedIn groups that you can join. I would encourage you all to join the Massey Undergraduate College of Business group. That's right here, Belmont University Massey College of Business. We're posting different jobs in here and articles and things that we think would be beneficial to you as a Belmont student or alum. The other cool thing about this is that you can see who the other members are once you have joined, and so you can find other people that graduated from Belmont that are working at different companies, and you can have a connection to them as well. Those are the main things about LinkedIn that I wanted to show you again. It is a great resource for you, and I would highly encourage you to use it. Going back to the career development page, just a couple of other things that I want to point out, make sure that you're aware of. If you go to the Students and Alumni tab, you can look in here and see a 4-year career plan and click on any year, and there's a lot of different things in here that they recommend that you do that we recommend that you do at each point in your college career. So take a look at those and kind of follow down the checklist so that to make sure that you're in the best possible place that you can be in when it is time for you to look for an internship or job upon graduation. Something else in here, We have some career assessments. We have the focus assessment, which is something that you can take that asks you questions about your interests and skills and abilities, and will give you some possible career paths that you might be interested in. And that's free of charge. You can see some other career assessments that are available that there is a little bit of a charge for. But that you can let us know if you want to do any of those, and we can work with you on that. Another great one here is called What Can I Do with This Major? This is, in my opinion, one of the best links that we have on this page. If you're not sure what you want to do, you want to work maybe in, let's see, we'll give marketing a break a little bit, and we'll focus on, say, finance. So you're studying finance, but you don't know specifically what you want to do. You can click on this major, and you can see the different areas that you could possibly go into with a finance degree. So you can see corporate and public finance, you can see banking, you can see insurance, personal financial planning, real estate, investment banking, money management, accounting, and then you can see even the different areas, within banking that you could possibly work in, or the different areas specifically within corporate and public finance. You can see what types of companies that you might want to look at for positions in these fields, and then just get some general tips on how to get in that field. One piece of advice that I tell people a lot, and that I can't encourage you enough, is when you are talking with somebody about connections, or hey, do you know anybody that can help me with this, introduce me to this, or whatever, one of the best things you can do is be specific. The more general you are, the less somebody's able to help you. So going on here and telling somebody that you would like to work specifically in investor relations or in financial reporting, and giving them some ideas of some of the companies you might want to work in, is going to be a whole lot easier for them to help you than if you just say, I don't know, I'm looking for something in corporate and public finance. So spend some time on this site and really narrow down some of what it is that you're looking for. As we scroll down through here, there's information on our career fairs. We have 2 career fairs a year. One is every October, and that is on campus here in the Maddox Grand Atrium. And then the other one is a Nashville area career fair that takes place out at the Nashville Fairgrounds, which is off campus, but there's a lot more employers there, and we team up with other colleges and universities to do that. If you go to online career resources here, there are just a ton of sites in here. Some sites to help you with salary research and negotiation. Some links to help you find internships and summer jobs. If you're looking at graduate school, there's some things here to help you in that. Some tips for using social media in your job search. And then if there's specific jobs you want to be in, maybe just specifically business jobs, or if you want to look at faith-based positions, there's Christian jobs there, there's government jobs, healthcare. You can click that, and it'll give you the links to some websites that you may want to check out. We have some career advice videos. These are all videos that are anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes long, on all kinds of different topics, on writing resumes, on interviewing, on salary negotiation, social media. It's not a bad idea to check out some of these short videos before you go into a particular interview or a job fair or a particular setting like that. We also have some career webinars, which have some great information that are more specifically about different career paths and different industries that you may be interested in. All kinds of just great information, career search etiquette, emotional intelligence during the job search process. These are a little bit longer, but they're definitely worth you checking out at some point as well. Let's see, how do we get back to where I want to be here? We'll open up a new browser and go back to that. Interview stream is what you're going to use for that interview assignment that I have mentioned. And so I'll give you more information on that. I think the last thing that I want to make sure that you're aware of is going global. If you're looking for a job or an internship in another country, this website has job postings for positions in other countries, and just tips on what industries are available and how to find jobs and everything like that. So that's a great resource to you if that's something that is of interest. That's all I'm really going to go over here today in this session. If there's anything that you think you'd like to learn more about, definitely send me an email. Let's set up a phone call, or set up a time for you to come in and we can talk more specifically about some of these things and how you can use them in your job search. Let me know if you have any other questions at all in general. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing your posts on the job board and to talking with you more about resumes and interviewing and such like that this summer. So hope you all have a great rest of the day.